All right, welcome back for another beer experience. I'm Kevin with CrafTeeBeer, and you're asking, what do we have for today's beer experience? We've got a Witbier. Today's Witbier comes from Alaskan Brewing in Juneau, Alaska, and it's their Alaskan White Witbier style ale brewed with spices. It's a 5.3% ABV Witbier. The Witbier style is based on the Belgian Witbier, which is a wheat beer. I talked about the style in one of my previous videos where it had pretty much gone into extinction, where nobody was brewing it until Pierre Celis, the milkman, brought the style back in 1965, and it's been with us ever since. Alaskan Brewing in Juneau, Alaska was started in 1986 by Marcy and Jeff Larson. And the brewery, I believe, has been awarded more awards from the Great American Beer Festival than any other brewery. And it's the 19th largest craft brewer in the United States. So as a wit beer, or a wheat style, wit beer meaning white beer in Flemish, the wit style beer should be a wheat beer. It should be a wheat, zesty, citrus, tart style of beer. This says it was brewed with spices. A lot of times wit beers are brewed with coriander, so that might be the spice. It's a paper label with a polar bear on it, so it's the Alaskan White polar bear. Well, let's get the polar bear on the glass and see what this has. Bright yellow color, 2 fingers of a white foamy head, plenty of carbonation going on. Not completely hazy, but 50% hazy we'll go with. Let's see what the nose is. I would say a sweet lemon peel aroma. Moderately strong nose. It's definitely lemon peel sweetness. All right, let's give it a try. Cheers. Wheat, citrus, sweet, with a little bit of spice. It's definitely got a spice on the back end. Flavor's moderate. It's a wheat beer with that usual lemony, zesty flavor with some spicy notes at the back end. So for a wheat beer, it's moderate. It's not as pronounced of a strong wheat beer flavor as, say, like a Blue Moon. It seems to be it's muted from that. It's a little bit easier to drink than that. But it follows that same flavor story. It's just a little bit muted, which is actually really good. Medium bodied, fairly well carbonated. finishes, fairly clean, pretty drinkable. It's a wheat beer that's got all of the characteristics throttled down a little bit. It's just a little more drinkable. It's got all of the normal wheat flavors, that citrusy or that zesty citrus peel flavors. It's got some spice notes on the back end that aren't that prominent. So it's got a good flavor story, but some of the wheat beers are exactly like that, but far more pronounced. This is throttled down a little bit, so it's a little bit more of an easy drinker. So it's got a real place in the toolbox. I like it. It's some of the wheat beers I drink because you want to get that experience, that wheat, citrus, spice. This is exactly that experience, but toned down a notch, which is great, really good. As I said, it cleans up well. It's a pretty clean finish. All right, I'm gonna go check this in on Untapped. I went with a 3.5 rating in the flavor profile of light, smooth, clean, spicy wheat. I think it's a typical wheat beer, but it has the benefit of being a little bit more spicy maybe on the back end, but the whole profile is toned down a little bit. So I could drink this a little easier than most wheat beers. All right, another one checked in. Alaskan Brewing, Juneau, Alaska. It's their Alaskan White Witbier style ale with spices. It was a typical wheat beer with some spice back end, and I thought it was a little more subtle than a lot of wheat beers, but the usual profile, the wheat, lemon zest, spice back end, really good. If the wheat beer is your style, or you want to try a wheat beer, I recommend you go out and get this one. If you've had it, leave me a comment. If you've had something else from Alaskan Brewing, leave me a comment. If you want to find me on Untapped, KMH500. So until the next beer experience, I'm going to finish my Witbier, and I will see you the next time. Cheers.